Louisville area housing market update, what the 2025 data really shows. If you've been wondering where home prices, inventory, and demand stand as we start 2026, the data is finally in. So let's talk about what really happened in Louisville's housing market that closed out 2025. But before we get started, hi everyone. I am David Hiddle, doing business at Shop Kentucky Homes LLC, and it is that time of the year again where we talk about what is happening in our real estate market. So if you find content like this interesting, please like and subscribe so you are notified about my next video. Now to the news. December wrapped up one of the most balanced years we have seen in a long time. It wasn't a crash, it wasn't a frenzy, but it was a steady, competitive market that rewarded realistic pricing and patient buyers. So, according to the latest data from the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors, the market continued to show strength in all the right places. The first place was the absorption rate, and that is how quickly homes are selling, and that rose to 2.91 months of inventory, which is up about 23% from last year. That tells us that homes are still moving, just with a little more breathing room than we had in 2024. The average sale price for December came in at $344,562, which was up 4.36% year over year, and the median sales price rose even faster, up 6.62% to $290,000. So prices are still climbing, especially for the typical Louisville home. Homes are taking a touch longer to sell. We just talked about it. The average days on market was 46 and the median was 21, and that was up slightly. And this is going from on market to under contract in just about 3 weeks on average. And that is a healthy, stable market. When we look at sales and buyer activity, we saw 1,147 homes sold in December, and that was nearly identical to what we saw sold last year. It was down less than 1%. But for the entire year, total sold listings hit 15,412, and that was up 2.6% from 2024. So even though December did have pendings drop sharply, that is typically seasonal. Total pending sales for the year were actually up slightly at 0.7%. So buyers did not vanish, they simply timed their purchases differently. When we take a look at inventory and listings, active inventory finished December with 3,736 listings, and that is up 27% from a year ago. Now that sounds big, but remember, we are still well below what is considered a balanced market. It just means that buyers finally have a bit of leverage again, and they're using it. New listings were up too, just over 1% in December, but up 12.8% year to date. Sellers are clearly regaining some confidence. The big story, though, is that price ranges are driving the market. What's really interesting is where the growth is happening. Homes priced above $300,000 drove most of the increase in 2025, especially the $400,000 plus range, which saw double-digit growth. The move up and equity-rich market segments are leading the way here in our Louisville area. So what does it all mean? Well, what it does mean is we're not in a crash. We're not even in a slowdown in our local area. It is a market correction back to normality after the COVID stuff. Prices are still up, homes are still selling, and both sides, buyers and sellers, finally have a little breathing room. So as we head into 2026, we're seeing a market that rewards strategy, accurate pricing, and presentation, not panic or guessing. So if you are thinking about buying or selling in 2026, the key is understanding your neighborhood's data and not just the national headlines. I would be happy to show you what the numbers mean for your particular situation. Thanks for watching this Louisville area market update. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next month's update as we see how the new year really kicks off.